What if I told you that some of the most historic towns in South Carolina are basically just failed business ventures with a historical marker slapped on top? Because that's what we're looking at today. 13 places the travel blogs call hidden gems, but that are really just economic cautionary tales. The textile mill closed. The railroad went a different direction. The money dried up. And suddenly your whole town is a ghost. We're going through all 13, and I promise you, by the end, you'll never look at a charming small town the same way again. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, Dorchester. First up, Dorchester, founded in 1696. And here's the thing. It didn't make it to the Revolutionary War. Not because of disease, not because of any attack. People just looked around, looked at Charleston and went, yeah, we're good, we're leaving. But here's what nobody tells you. These weren't scared colonists running from something. They were business people chasing money. Trade routes shifted toward Charleston, so they packed up and followed the profit. Voluntarily. The town didn't die, it just got dumped. What's left is a 325-acre state site with oyster shell fort walls you can only see at low tide, and one bell tower standing alone in the woods. That's it. The state put a parking lot nearby and called it heritage tourism. And honestly, that's the whole bait and switch right there. The people who lived in Dorchester were never attached to the place. They were attached to the money. When the money moved, so did they. Number 2, Pinckneyville. So Pinckneyville in Union County had exactly one thing going for it. It was the county seat. That's the whole business model. Lawyers set up shop, people rode in for court days, and the money flowed because the government was there. That's it. But here's the catch. The county decided to move the courthouse to a more central location, and Pinckneyville had absolutely nothing left. No railroad, no industry, no reason to exist. The government picked up and left, and the town had zero backup plan. Pinckneyville didn't die from a flood or a fire. It died from a vote. One committee decision, and that was it. Cold. Number 3, Pickens Courthouse. And if you think Pinckneyville was bad, meet Pickens Courthouse. Same exact story, different county. This was the original seat of Pickens County up in the South Carolina upcountry, and the whole town ran on one thing: the courthouse. Lawyers, judges, court days, that's the entire economy. Then 1868 hits, right in the middle of Reconstruction, when the whole South was getting politically reshuffled. The county seat moved to the new town of Pickens, and that was literally it. Every lawyer left. Every judge left. The businesses that fed off the courthouse foot traffic had nobody left to serve. One administrative decision. Town over. Nobody even had to show up with a bulldozer. Number 4, Granby. Granby was a real town, trading post, fort, ferry crossing, right on the Congaree River. Genuinely important for a while. Then Columbia grew up next door and just absorbed it, and whatever was left got completely underwater when Lake Murray was built in 1930. Like, literally underwater. Lake Murray is massive. People boat on it, fish on it, buy lakefront property on it. But here's what nobody puts in the brochure. There's a whole drowned town sitting at the bottom. During bad droughts, when the water drops way down, you can apparently see chimneys and foundation stones coming back up through the surface. The past just resurfaces. A power company needed a hydroelectric dam. Granby lost. Number 5, Hamburg. Hamburg in the 1830s was actually beating Augusta, Georgia in commercial activity. Let that sink in. A South Carolina river town was outcompeting one of the biggest cities in the whole region. That's wild. But here's what killed it. The railroad showed up and just went through Augusta instead. A few miles of track laid in the wrong direction, and Hamburg's entire economy evaporated. Because in the 1800s, if the trains didn't stop at your town, the merchants didn't either. Hamburg had the river, but the river stopped mattering. The second freight started moving by rail. Eventually, Hamburg got swallowed by what became North Augusta. The name got retired. The town got replaced. Number 6, Dunbarton. Dunbarton in Barnwell County didn't fade out slowly. The federal government just showed up one day and said the land was needed for national security, and that was literally it. Pack your stuff. You're done. This was the Savannah River Plant, a nuclear weapons facility built to produce plutonium for the Cold War. Your family could have farmed that land for 100 years. Your grandparents could be buried there. Didn't matter. The government paid fair market value for rural South Carolina land in 1950, which was not a lot of money, and called it square. The town got demolished. The land got fenced off, classified. Dunbarton didn't just die, it got erased. Number 7, Ellington. Ellington wasn't some tiny crossroads. It had 1,500 people, churches, schools, real businesses. A functioning town, and in 1952, the Atomic Energy Commission just took it. They gave residents 2 years to leave. Then they built a replacement town called New Ellington nearby, which sounds almost nice until you realize it was built for nuclear plant workers, not for the people who got displaced. Utilitarian, not compassionate. Here's what gets me, though. Former residents held reunions for decades, gathering to remember a town that literally no longer existed. Today, you can drive up to the fence line, read a historical marker, and stare into federal land. That's the whole experience. The town that replaced theirs was named New Ellington, the most cold-blooded acknowledgement possible that the original got erased. Number 8, Purrysburg. Okay, this one is genuinely wild. Jean-Pierre Purry was a Swiss promoter who in 1732 basically ran an 18th century real estate scam on European immigrants. Warm climate, fertile soil, economic opportunity. He sold the whole dream. People bought in and packed up their lives. But here's what nobody tells you. Low-country South Carolina in the 1700s was absolutely deadly for Europeans with zero immunity to local diseases. Malaria, dysentery, yellow fever. People died at a horrifying rate. The survivors left. Purry got his name on the town and a history book footnote. The people he recruited got early graves. Today, there's just a historical marker and some genealogy records. Number 9, Andersonville. Quick heads up. This is not the Andersonville in Georgia, not the prison camp, different place entirely. This Andersonville is in Oconee County, and its story is way simpler and honestly more depressing. The Army Corps of Engineers built Lake Hartwell in the early 1960s, and Andersonville just went underwater. That's it. The whole town is at the bottom of a lake right now. People boat over it on weekends, and just like Granby under Lake Murray, when droughts hit and the water drops, remnants start poking back up through the surface. Foundations, remnants of real buildings. The government needed a reservoir. Andersonville was in the way. Infrastructure won. It always wins. Number 10, Fort Mott. Fort Mott has a genuinely great story. In 1781, American forces besieged a Loyalist-held plantation house and needed the British garrison out. So they burned it down. Rebecca Mott, the owner, reportedly handed over the bow and arrows they used to set the roof on fire. Her own house. That's cold-blooded in the best possible way. But here's the catch. That one moment is basically the whole town. No railroad ever came. No industry moved in. Just a rural crossroads in Calhoun County with a really famous name and a historical marker. Fort Mott is the ghost town version of a one-hit wonder. Heroism doesn't pay property taxes. Number 11, Kingsville. Kingsville is the sneakiest ghost town on this entire list because it doesn't look dead at all. People live there. Roads go through it. Life happens. It's in Richland County, right in Columbia's backyard, and that's exactly the problem. Columbia just kept growing outward, and Kingsville's edges got blurry. Businesses shifted toward Columbia. People started saying they lived in Columbia. The town's own identity just quietly dissolved. No flood, no courthouse drama, no railroad skipping it, just suburban sprawl doing what suburban sprawl does, swallowing everything in its path without even noticing. Kingsville is a ghost town hiding inside a living city, and that's honestly the creepiest version of this whole thing. Number 12, Manchester. Manchester and Sumter County had two things going for it: timber and a railroad depot. That's it. The South Carolina Western Railway came through, sawmills fired up, turpentine stills ran hot, and for a while the whole operation hummed along nicely. But here's the catch. Old growth forests don't last forever. The trees ran out. The railroad traffic dropped. Businesses closed one by one, not all at once, just slowly bleeding out over decades. And now, Manchester State Forest covers the whole area. The trees grew back. The town didn't. You can hike through there today and have a genuinely great time, completely unaware that you're walking through a ghost. Number 13, Glen Springs. Glen Springs in Spartanburg County was the 19th century version of a wellness influencer, selling sulfur spring water as a cure for basically everything. Digestive problems, skin issues, general, I don't feel great. People came from all over the Southeast. Hotels, bathhouses, a whole bottling operation shipping the stuff regionally. Legitimate tourist economy, real money. But here's the catch. The water didn't actually cure anything. Modern medicine showed up, asked for the evidence, and the whole story fell apart overnight. Tourists stopped coming. Hotels closed. Bottling plants shut down. So next time a travel blog tells you about a charming hidden gem small town, ask one question. What was the economy here? And why did it stop? That question cracks everything open.